Hi guys, hope you are doing wonderfully today. So my name is Ezekiel. I'm here again. I'm gonna be showing you and explaining to you how compressor works on Behringer X32 Midas M32. So both of them have the same features. Okay, all right. And something that I love about the M32 and M32 is that it's featured with studio grade tools. Let me use that way. Not just plugin beyond categories of the same set of digital mixer out there. I have used a few of them, or if not many of them that are popular. In fact, some of the so-called the advanced and upgraded version than XM32 also they really don't have the features that this one has. Okay, so in today's video, what I'm going to be explaining to you is how the compressor works on the XM32. So if I can cover all the features today, I'm going to be doing the updated version of this one. So what I'm going to be doing is that, okay, let me copy from the channel that doesn't have any setting at all into that. Okay, now take a look at the microphone that I'm using to talk with you now. There's nothing, you can see the compressor is not being active right now. Okay, so you could have been thinking, okay, the regular setting that you have, the regular setting and that you do on the XM32, but this is beyond that. Okay, so I will cover some basic ones here today. So in the next video, I'm going to be talking on the rest of the features. But firstly, when I click on the dynamic section on the hardware, you may not see that for now. You are familiar with that. All right. So I already click on the function there. So which is activating the compressor. Now, the level I'm talking now, I'm going to be compressing. I'm talking now. You may not see something that call for much compression. And I'm not a good singer, but I'll do a little demonstration so that you can hear. If a professional singer sings very well, he or she will have more audibility for us to work with. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about, about the ratio. Ratio is the amount of the compression that you want on the signal. The attack determines how quickly or how aggressive the compression meet the signal for the signal to be compressed. And on this one, we have peak and we have RMS, which is the engineering standard settings. So this one is not going to compress or active unlike when you use peak. That's another topic for another day. Let me start from the attack. The attack will determine how quick or how long the compression hit the signal before it gets to compressed. Okay, that's what the attack does. Now, the most important thing on the XM32 compressor is hold. This is a tool that is very rare or scarce on major compressor out there. But in this one, let me sing a little way I know how I can sing so that you can see the demonstration. But let me quickly explain. When you apply the hold, the first setting is 10 ms, which means it's going to hold your signal after it's been compressed for a little longer time. Now, when you have the signal being compressed down, so after the compression hits the signal, the hold determines how quickly the compressor is releasing that signal to be free from the compression. Now, when you hold something, how long does it take you to hold that thing before you release it? That's the first stage that I want to understand on that. So let me do that demonstration now. All glory, glory, glory to the Lord. All glory, glory, glory to the Lord. You can see after I mentioned to the Lord, you can see that the threshold method goes back almost immediately after the signal has already stopped. So that is the role of the hold. Now I'm going to be increasing the hold so you can see what is happening there. Let me exaggerate it. Oh, glory, glory, glory be to the Lord. Hallelujah. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna. Blessed be the name Oh, the Lord. So I'm doing that so that you can see how it works. So now let me bring it back to almost nothing. Now you see the difference. Put it in on one. Oh, glory, glory, glory be to the Lord. Hallelujah. You can see the signal is going back almost immediately. So let's see if it's in zero. Hallelujah. You can see this going. Then let's see it this way. Hallelujah. You can see it took a little bit longer time for it to go back. Now let me exaggerate it to 1000 ms. That's 1000 milliseconds. Oh, glory, glory, glory to the Lord. You can see it takes a bit longer time for it to go back. Hallelujah, Hosanna. So you can see that it takes much more longer time for it to go back. That's how the hold is responsible for. Okay. And now the release, so many people use compressor, but they don't really understand so how it works. They just only know that they use compressor and it works. When it hold the signal for that couple of times, the amount of the signal coming in from and at that moment will not be escaped from the compressor. Now, okay, that's about that. So now what the release does is that after the hold has already released the compression on that signal, how long does it take to go back to its state? There's a difference from when you hold someone down, stay there, stand still for 2 minutes. Okay, already you stand still for 2 minutes. Okay, then you are being instructed to go back to your seat. When you are being released from standing still, how long does it take you to go back to your sitting post? So it may take you 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 1 minute. That's the job of the release on the compressor. So when the compression hold the signal and when it's being released, so how long does it take the compressor to release the signal to go back to its state for another signal to pass through to escape? That is the role of the release on the compressor. And the attack already explained how quickly the compression hits the signal. Or for example, let me give you an example. You are sitting down here from A and you want to pick something at B. So when you go from A, how quickly does it take you to reach B for you to take that thing you want to take from the indoor to outside? It may take you 1 minute, 2 minutes before you get to the indoor. Then after it is being compressed and you bring it down. So now let me quickly talk about the knee. The knee talks about how harden or how soften the compression is active on your signal. So then when you hit it, the nail determine, okay, the compression will not be that hard on your signal when the nail is in one, like it's having a sharp corner like this one. And the nail is going to give you the much more compression on the signal. So that's the job of the nail. We have mix. This one determines, for example, when you do a hard compression and you still want the true signal to pass through, and you don't want this compression to overwhelm the signal, you can adjust the mix. So when you are bringing the mix down, so it's the timing of how much you want the compression and the true signal to pass through. So that's what the mix does. So that's where I'm going to be stopping for now. We still have some other features on this one. I already take a longer time to explain this one. So please kindly subscribe and hit the notification buttons so that you'll be aware whenever I upload new videos. And if you learn something from this video, please don't hesitate to thumb up for me, like, and drop your comment for any question on this topic. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye.